Good morning, all. Welcome to the lecture of Major and Integration. Screen is visible. Okay, thank you. Okay, so in last lecture we have started our last unit, which is nothing but the inner major. Okay, and we have seen the definition of inner major. That is, it may be any major and mu star with the outer major, which is induced by a major mu. Then the new function which is defined by, that is mu to the base star e is nothing but supremum of major of a minus outer major of a minus e whenever supremum runs over all the sets capital A belonging to algebra curly A, such that outer major of a minus e is finite, and such a function mu star is called as a inner major, which is induced by a major mu. And after that we have seen some results depending on the definition of outer major and inner major. Okay, let us continue. The next result will be, if capital A is member of algebra curly A, then its major is equal to inner major of A intersection E plus outer major of A intersection E complement. Okay, so it is any member of algebra curly A, then this mu is nothing but major on algebra A, and this mu star is nothing but the inner major, which is induced by a major mu, and mu star is this second one, mu star is nothing but the outer major, which is induced by a major mu. And from that one we have to prove that major of A is nothing but inner major of A intersection E plus outer major of A intersection E complement. See its proof. And now here there are two possibilities for the measure of outer measure of A intersection E complement, since either it is finite or infinite. So we will see both the cases. First case, let outer measure of A intersection E complement is finite. Okay, sorry, infinite. Now A intersection E complement is a subset of both the sets A and E complement. So A intersection E complement is a subset of A. Then as we know that outer measure is always monotonic, which implies outer measure of A intersection E complement is less equal by outer measure of A. But here we have outer measure of A intersection E complement will be equal to infinite. Therefore, outer measure of A is always greater equal by infinite. It means there is only one possibility, that is outer measure of A is also infinite. Okay, but as A is a member of curly A, then we know that outer measure is nothing but the measure. Since if A is belonging to curly A, then outer measure of A is nothing but the measure of A. As here A is belonging to curly A, which implies this outer measure is nothing but the measure, and which is infinite. Since capital A is belonging to algebra curly A. So here we get measure of A equal to infinite, and our outer measure of A intersection E complement, if we take an outer measure of A intersection E complement will be infinite, then measure of A is also infinite. Therefore this inequality will be true for this case. Okay, now if we prove the result also holds for any finite value, then it is obviously true for all the values of outer measure of A intersection E complement. Since for infinite value it is true, now it remains to check whether it is true for the finite value. So let us take the second case. Let outer measure of A intersection E complement is finite values of, okay, outer measure of A intersection E complement, it is nothing but outer measure of A minus E is finite. Okay, so as here we have taken outer measure of A minus E will be finite. We will construct one set capital F as a intersection E. So let capital F is nothing but A intersection E, which implies F is a subset of A and F is subset of. Since as F is equal to A intersection E, then it contains only those elements which are both common in A and E. Now consider a set A minus F. It means A intersection F complement. So it is nothing but A intersection F complement, but we know that F is nothing but A intersection E, which is nothing but A intersection E complement. So which is nothing but capital A intersection E complement. By De Morgan's law, it is nothing but A complement union E complement, which is from De Morgan's law. Okay, so which is nothing but, now it is nothing but A intersection A complement union A intersection E complement. What is the A intersection A complement? A intersection A complement मध्ये काय मिळेल कॉमन? काहीच नाही म्हणजे एम्प्टी सेट, which is union A intersection E complement. Therefore, which is equal to A intersection E complement. So A intersection E complement is nothing but A minus E. Okay, so A minus F equal to A minus E, which implies outer measure of A minus F is nothing but the outer measure of A minus E. Since here we get A minus F is nothing but the A minus E, but here we have taken outer measure of A minus E will be finite. That is outer measure of A intersection E complement is finite. So as outer measure of A minus E is finite and outer measure of A minus E is equal to outer measure of A minus F, which implies outer measure of A minus F is also finite. Since outer measure of A minus E is finite. So here we get, as F equal to A intersection E, then F is a subset of A and F is a subset of E. Okay, so here capital F is a subset of A and outer measure of A minus E is finite, and also outer measure of A minus F is also finite. Okay, so in last lecture we have proved one result. If A and B are any two members of the algebra curly A and outer measure of A minus E is finite and outer measure of B minus E is finite, then in first case we have proved that for any is two sets A and B in which A is a subset of B, then measure of A minus outer measure of A minus E is less equal by measure of B minus outer measure of B minus E. And in second case we have proved that if E is any subset of A, then measure of A minus outer measure of A minus E is nothing but the measure of B minus outer measure of B minus E. And finally we have proved that inner measure of E is nothing but the measure of A minus outer measure of A minus E. That last case we have to use. As here, there we have taken E is a subset of A and proved that inner measure of E is nothing but measure of A minus outer measure of A minus E. That is we have to use. As here, F is a subset of A. Outer measure of A minus E is finite. Outer measure of A minus F is finite. It means outer measure of B minus E and outer measure of E minus E is finite. From last or from previous theorem, what is the outer measure of inner measure of F? Then inner measure of F equal to त्या रिझल्ट नुसार इनर मेजर काय येईल? तिथे काय होतं माझा ई सबसेट ऑफ ए होता. जर ई सबसेट ऑफ ए असेल तर मी प्रूव्ह केलं होतं इनर मेजर ऑफ ई काय होता माझा मेजर ऑफ ए मायनस आउटर मेजर ऑफ ए मायनस ई. इथं फक्त ई च्या ऐवजी तुम्हाला एफ ने रिप्लेस करायचं आहे त्याला. इनर मेजर ऑफ एफ इज इक्वल टू
outer measure of A minus outer measure of E minus E minus F.
outer measure नहीं हो, मेजर है शुरुआतीला.
measure of A minus
yes outer measure of E minus F,
measure of A minus outer measure of A minus F.
Yes. So here inner measure of F is nothing but measure of A minus outer measure of A minus F. But we know that outer measure of A minus F is finite. Then add outer measure of A minus F on both sides. Then we get measure of A. Yes.
Sir, Teju wants to join the class.
Okay. कोण जॉईन होणार झाले का? Okay. So as outer measure of a minus f is finite, then we will add outer measure of a minus f on both sides. Then we get measure of a is equal to inner measure of f plus outer measure of a minus f. But we know that what is the value of f? F is nothing but f ला काय घेतलं होतं आपण? A intersection E.
Intersection E.
And we know that outer measure of a minus f plus outer measure of a minus f, and we have proved that outer measure of a minus f is nothing but the outer measure of a minus e. So measure of a equal to inner measure of a intersection E plus outer measure of a minus is nothing but outer measure of a minus E, since from star. Okay, take this one as a star. Somewhere we have proved outer measure of a minus f is nothing but the outer measure of a minus e. But outer measure of a minus e can be written as outer measure of a intersection E complement. Therefore, measure of a is nothing but inner measure of a intersection E plus outer measure of a intersection E complement. So, and that is we have to prove. So, in the second case also, measure of a is nothing but the inner measure of a intersection E plus outer measure of a intersection E complement. As this one will be true for both the cases, then it is true for all A belonging to curly A, and that is the required result. Okay, कुणाला काही डाऊट यामध्ये? There is no doubt. Then there is one important note. Actually, it is a theorem, but it has no proof. Okay, so now let mu be a measure on an algebra, finite measure on an algebra curly A, finite algebra, as we have taken mu as a measure, then mu be a finite measure on an algebra curly A, algebra curly A, and mu star be the induced outer measure, then E is measurable if and only if for each epsilon greater than 0, there exists a set capital A belonging to A delta such that A is a subset of E, with A is a subset of E, such that outer measure of E minus A is less than epsilon. Okay, so this will be an important result which can be used in next theorem. Okay, so that is if we have one measure mu, which is a finite measure on an algebra curly A, and mu star with the induced outer measure, which is induced by a measure mu, then any set capital E is a measurable set if and only for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists one set capital A belonging to A delta with A subset of E, then outer measure of E minus A is finite. Okay, that is, here we have to prove that capital A is belonging to A delta. Such a existence we have to show, where A delta is nothing but the countable intersection of elements in curly. Let's take, let curly A be any algebra, then A delta is the collection of all those sets which are countable union of sets in countable intersection. Sorry, as A delta, then it is intersection. Countable intersection of sets in curly A. Okay, so countable intersection of sets in curly A is nothing but the A delta set. So here we have to prove that for each epsilon greater than 0, there exists one set A belonging to A delta. That is, it can be expressed as a intersection of elements in A, then and A is a subset of E, then outer measure of E minus A will be finite. Okay. Now the next result will be let capital B be a mu star measurable set and outer measure of this B is finite, then outer measure of B is nothing but the inner measure of B. Okay, so here just we have given capital B be a mu star measurable set and it has a finite outer measure. Then we have to prove that its outer measure is nothing but its inner measure. Okay, what is meant by mu star measurable set? mu star measurable set म्हणजे काय? एखाद्या सेटला mu star measurable set कधी म्हणतो आपण?
Outer measure of A is equal to outer measure of A intersection E plus outer measure of A intersection E complement.
Then which set is mu star measurable?
Then E is said to be measurable.
Mu star measurable. As here we have given capital B be a mu star measurable set. It means there for any set capital A, it can be written as outer measure of A is nothing but outer measure of A intersection E B plus outer measure of A intersection B complement. And also we have provided outer measure of B is finite. And by using these two, we have to prove that its inner measure is nothing but its outer measure. So here capital B be a mu star measurable set and its outer measure is finite. Now by using the above note, that is, if mu be a finite measure on an algebra curly A and mu star be the induced outer measure which is induced by a measure mu. As here we have given that mu star of B is finite, it means here we have outer measure, this will be a finite outer measure. Now any set E is measurable if and only for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists a set A belonging to A delta with A is a subset of E such that outer measure of E minus A is finite. Now this is for any measurable set E. As also we have given that capital B be a measurable set, then it must hold the second condition, that is for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists a set capital A belonging to A delta with A is a subset of B. Since here we have given B is a measurable set such that outer measure of B minus A will be finite. Then by above note, there exists, for each epsilon greater than 0, there exists a set A which is belonging to curly A delta such that A belonging to A delta such that outer measure of B minus A is finite and our A is a subset of B. since here we have outer measure of b minus a is finite. Sorry, I think it is finite or less than epsilon. Actually, it is finite means here it has a value in note also. It is finite, but we have to take it as a epsilon. That is, it is measurable set if and only if for each epsilon greater than 0. As we have taken epsilon greater than 0, then we have to use this value. Therefore, as a is a subset of e such that outer measure of e minus a is less than epsilon. Since here we have proved this result for each epsilon greater than 0, then outer measure of e minus a must be less than epsilon. It is no doubt it is finite, but it must be less than epsilon. Okay. So here outer measure of b minus a is less than epsilon by above note. So and a is a subset of b, then only we have outer measure of b minus a is less than epsilon. Since any set e is measurable if and only if there exists one set capital A belonging to curly a delta with a is a subset of e, and then we have outer measure of e minus a is less than epsilon. So as here we have capital B be a mu star measurable set, then there exists one set capital A belonging to a delta with a is a subset of b and outer measure of b minus a is less than epsilon. But as capital A is belonging to curly a delta, and a delta is nothing but the collection of countable intersection of all the elements in curly A, and elements of curly A are always measurable sets. As therefore capital A belonging to a delta, then it must be measurable, which implies capital A is a mu star measurable set. As it is a mu star measurable set, then we have to use the definition of mu star measurable set. That is, for any set capital B, mu star of B is nothing but mu star of B intersection A plus mu star of B intersection A complement. But already we have outer
Hello,
measure of
sir.
B minus A is nothing but
Hello.
yes.
A is a mu star measurable set ना? A mu star measurable set झालं ना? मेजरेबल सेट झालं का? नुसतं mu star measurable set व्हायला पाहिजे ना?
mu star measurable म्हणजे ते mu star measurable घ्या किंवा measurable घ्या, जेव्हा ए हा मेंबर असतो करली एचा, दोन्ही कन्सेप्ट सेम होतात ना, mu star आणि mu.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as here for any set capital B we have outer measure of B is nothing but outer measure of B intersection A plus outer measure of B intersection A complement. But already we have outer measure of B intersection A complement is finite. Then we can subtract outer measure of B intersection A complement on both sides. Then we get outer measure of B minus outer measure of B intersection A complement is nothing but outer measure of B intersection A or A intersection B. Okay, so from this one, outer measure of A intersection B equal to outer measure of B minus outer measure of B intersection A complement. Okay, now when we replace this outer measure of B intersection A complement by epsilon, then what is it's whether this inequality changes or it is as it is. माझ्याकडे आहे काय, आउटर मेजर ऑफ बी मायनस ए एप्सिलॉन आहे, लेस दॅन एप्सिलॉन आहे. इथं काय मिळाले मला, आउटर मेजर ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी काय आहे, आउटर मेजर ऑफ बी आहे मायनस आउटर मेजर ऑफ बी मायनस ए. पण आउटर मेजर ऑफ बी मायनस ए हा एप्सिलॉन पेक्षाही लहान आहे. तर या आउटर मेजर ऑफ बी मायनस एच्या ऐवजी जर मी एप्सिलॉन पुट केलं तर इनइक्वालिटीवर काय फरक पडेल.
ग्रेटर दॅन होईल.
स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर दॅन होईल. कारण काय, आउटर मेजर ऑफ बी मायनस ए काय आहे, माझा एप्सिलॉन पेक्षा लहान आहे, याचा अर्थ मायनस ऑफ आउटर मेजर ऑफ बी मायनस ए ऑब्विसली ग्रेटर दॅन मायनस एप्सिलॉन होईल. ओके, जेव्हा मी त्याच्याने रिप्लेस करेल हे ऑब्विसली ग्रेटर दॅन होईल किंवा जस्ट असं लक्षात ठेवा. ह्या इक्वल कधी आहे, आउटर मेजर ऑफ बी मायनस आउटर मेजर ऑफ बी मायनस ए ला हा इक्वल आहे. जर मी आउटर मेजर ऑफ बी मायनस ए पेक्षा जर मोठी व्हॅल्यू जर घेतली तर ऑब्विसली आउटर मेजर ऑफ बी मधून काहीतरी मी आउटर मेजर ऑफ बी मायनस ए पेक्षा जास्त मोठा असलेलं त्यातून सबट्रॅक्ट करणार आहे. याचा अर्थ माझा एलएचएस ऑब्विसली त्याच्यापेक्षा मोठा होईल, कारण इकडे सेव्ह काहीतरी आहे, समजा 7 इज नथिंग बट 10 मायनस 3. जर मी या 3 पेक्षा जर मोठी व्हॅल्यू रिप्लेस केली, इथे 5 जर रिप्लेस केली तर ऑब्विसली 7 स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर दॅन 10 मायनस 5. त्याच्यानुसार आउटर मेजर ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी याला इक्वल आहे. आउटर मेजर ऑफ बी मायनस ए पेक्षा मी मोठी व्हॅल्यू इथं सबट्रॅक्ट करणार आहे. याचा अर्थ हे LHS ऑब्विसली ग्रेटर दॅन RHS होईल. सो इट इज नथिंग बट outer measure of A intersection B is greater than outer measure of B minus of epsilon. Okay, now we know the definition of inner measure. Definition of inner measure. What is inner measure? Inner measure of any set E is nothing but
Supremum of measure of A minus outer measure of A minus B.
outer measure of A minus B whenever supremum runs over all the sets capital A belonging to curly A with outer measure of A minus E is finite. Now we tell me the definition. Instead of E we have B is a measurable set, so we have to find out we have to write a definition of inner measure for set B. Then inner measure of B is nothing but supremum of measure of A minus outer measure of A minus B, that is outer measure of A intersection B complement, where supremum runs over all the sets capital A belonging to curly A such that outer measure of A minus B will be finite. Okay, so now as inner measure of B will be equal to this one, then what is the relation between inner measure of B and this set measure of A minus outer measure of A minus B? हा या सेटच्या सुप्रीममला इक्वल आहे, तर याच्याशी याचा रिलेशन काय असेल?
Greater than equal.
ग्रेटर दॅन इक्वल टू असेल, कारण इनर मेजर हा इक्वल आहे कुणाला सुप्रीममला, तर त्याच्यातल्या कोणत्याही आर्बिट्ररी व्हॅल्यूजला तो ग्रेटर इक्वल असेल. सो हिअर वी गेट inner measure of B will be greater equal by measure of A minus outer measure of A minus B. That is, it can be written as inner measure of B is nothing but measure of A minus outer measure of A intersection B complement. But we know that A is a subset of B. We know that A is a subset of B. Then what is A intersection B complement? ए हा माझा सबसेट आहे, कोणाचा आहे? बी आहे. तर ए इंटरसेक्शन बी कॉम्प्लिमेंट मध्ये काय कॉमन येईल? पहिली गोष्ट येईल का काही त्यामध्ये कॉमन?
नाही सर, काही
ए सबसेट कोणाचा आहे? बीच आहे. बी आणि बी कॉम्प्लिमेंट पूर्णपणे डिजॉइंट आहेत, कारण बी इंटरसेक्शन बी कॉम्प्लिमेंट इज ऑलवेज सॉरी बी इंटरसेक्शन बी कॉम्प्लिमेंट विल बी एम्प्टी सेट. देयर इज नो कॉमन एलिमेंट इन बिटवीन these two sets. As A is a subset of B, then A intersection B complement must be empty. So, which implies inner measure of B is greater equal by. As A is a subset of B, then measure of A can be written as measure of A intersection B. Since A is a subset of B, it means A intersection B is nothing but A minus outer measure of A intersection B complement will be 5. Then what is the outer measure of 5?
0.
Is greater equal by measure of A intersection B, and outer measure of 5 will be equal to 0. Now measure of A intersection B, but measure of A intersection B is nothing but outer measure of B minus epsilon. Okay, as our A is belonging to algebra curly A, then measure of A is nothing but the outer measure of A. Either we can write measure of A intersection B or outer measure of A intersection, both are same. Okay, so this is nothing but inner measure of B is greater equal by outer measure of A intersection B, and outer measure of A intersection B is greater from this one. Outer measure of A intersection B is always greater than outer measure of B minus epsilon. Just replace this value, which is greater than outer measure of B minus of epsilon, which implies this inner measure of B is greater equal by outer measure of B minus epsilon, but our epsilon is arbitrary small. Epsilon is arbitrary small, we'll take it as a 0, which implies inner measure of B is greater equal by outer measure of B. ओके, हेच प्रूव्ह करायचं होतं का आपल्याला?
इक्वल टू पाहिजे सर.
इक्वल टू करायचं होतं. मग याची रिव्हर्स कसं प्रूव्ह करणार?
सर inner measure is already monotonic.
इनर मेजर इज
Monotonic.
मोनोटॉनिकचा काय संबंध आहे? आपल्याला रिलेशन इनर मेजर आणि आउटर मेजर मधलं सांगायचं. इनर मेजर म्हणजे कधी सॉरी मोनोटॉनिक कधी म्हणतो, जर ई हा सबसेट असेल एफचा, तर इनर
मेजर ऑलवेज लेस असतं ना आउटर मेजर पेक्षा.
लेस इक्वल बाय आउटर मेजर. इन लास्ट lecture we have proved this result. Inner measure is always less equal by our outer measure, and we know that for any set E, inner measure of E is always less equal by outer measure of B. So inner measure of B is less equal by outer measure of B. Take this one as 2. So from 1 and 2, inner measure of B is nothing but the outer measure of B, and that is our requirement. And here is the proof. Okay, कुणाला काही डाऊट यामध्ये?
No sir.
Okay, now there is one note. Let mu be a measure on an algebra curly A and mu star be the induced operation by mu, or induced measure which is obtained by measure mu, operation by mu. Let mu bar be the restriction of mu star to the mu star measurable sets. Measurable sets. Okay, now if just here we have given 3 measures, mu star and mu bar, in which mu be a measure which is defined on an algebra curly A, as mu is a measure which is defined on an algebra curly A, then we can induce the one outer measure from this mu, that is mu star be the induced outer measure which is induced by a measure mu, and we have taken the third measure mu bar, which is nothing but the restriction of the mu star measure outer measure mu star to the mu star measurable set. म्हणजे सुरुवातीला माझ्याकडे जो मेजर होता तो डिफाइन केलेला होता कर्ली अल्जेब्रा कर्ली ए वर. त्याच्यावरून मी एक इंड्युस्ड आउटर मेजर डिफाइन केला, त्याच्या डोमेनला रेस्ट्रिक्ट केलं, पॉवर सेट ऑफ एक्स घेतला, आणि तो म्हणजे माझा आउटर मेजर म्यू स्टार झाला. आता मी परत त्याच्या डोमेनला रेस्ट्रिक्शन करणार आहे, आणखीन एक नवीन फंक्शन डिफाइन केला म्यू बार, आणखीन त्याचा डोमेन काय असणार आहे, इन्स्टेड ऑफ पॉवर सेट ऑफ एक्स. पॉवर सेट ऑफ एक्स मध्ये माझे सगळे सेट आहेत, जे मेजरेबल आहेत, नॉन मेजरेबल आहेत. त्यातून मी फक्त मेजरेबल सेटचं कलेक्शन करणार, म्यू स्टार मेजरेबल सेटचं कलेक्शन, आणि त्यावर डिफाइन केलेला जो फंक्शन असेल तो माझा म्यू बार असेल. असे माझे 3 मेजर आहेत. ओके, सो म्यू बार बी द रिस्ट्रिक्शन ऑफ म्यू स्टार टू द म्यू स्टार मेजरेबल सेट्स. And now if mu is finite measure, then so is mu bar. ओके, जर म्यू फायनाइट मेजर असेल तर म्यू बार हा सुद्धा फायनाइट मेजर असेल, कारण म्यू स्टार हा कुणापासून तयार झालेला आहे, म्यू आहे. म्यू पासून तयार झालेला असेल तर ऑब्विसली हा फायनाइट असेल, हा फायनाइट असेल तर ऑब्विसली म्यू बार फायनाइट असेल, कारण याच्यावरूनच हा तयार केलेला आहे. फक्त डोमेन चेंज करत गेलो आपण, डोमेनवर चेंजेस झाले तर त्याच्या व्हॅल्यू मध्ये चेंज होणार नाही, फायनाइटच राहते. ओके, अँड इफ म्यू इज सिग्मा फायनाइट, then mu bar is the only measure on the smallest sigma algebra containing our curly A, which is an extension of mu. Extension of मेजर म्यू. ओके, जर म्यू फायनाइट असेल तर म्यू बार ही फायनाइट असेल, पण जर म्यू हा जर सिग्मा फायनाइट असेल तर जो हा रिस्ट्रिक्शन म्यू स्टार वर रिस्ट्रिक्ट करून जो मेजर मला मिळालेला म्यू बार हा एकमेव मेजर असेल. कुठं कोणावर डिफाइन केलेला? सिग्मा अल्जेब्रावर. कसा सिग्मा अल्जेब्रा? सगळ्यात लहान सिग्मा अल्जेब्रा ज्यामध्ये माझा अल्जेब्रा पूर्णपणे कंटेन केलेला आहे. आणखी हा माझा म्यू बार जो आहे तो आहे माझा एक्सटेन्शन कोणाचा? म्यूचा. ओके, नाउ theorem. Let capital E be any set with inner measure of E is finite. Then there exists a set H which belonging to curly A delta sigma with H is subset of E such that mu bar of our capital H is nothing but inner measure of. Okay, so here we have given capital E be any set having inner measure is finite, and from that we have to prove that there exists one set capital H which is belonging to A delta sigma, where A delta is nothing but the intersection of elements in curly A, then A delta sigma is nothing but the countable union of sets in A delta with our capital H is a subset of E, and from that we have to prove that the mu bar of H is nothing but the inner measure of E. Okay, where mu bar is nothing but the restriction of a major mu star on mu star measurable sets. Okay, now see its proof. Here capital E be a any set with inner measure of E is finite. Okay, and we know that if E is the set with having inner measure will be finite, then there exists a set A belonging to A delta with E is a subset of An or An is a subset of E. If E is subset of An, then outer measure of An minus E is finite, and if An is a subset, E is a subset of An, then outer measure of An minus E is finite. Okay, by using this result, as E be any set and outer measure, inner measure of E is finite, then there exists for each n belonging to set of natural number, there exists a set An belonging to curly A with outer measure of An minus E is finite, such that we have proved one result. Measure of An minus outer measure of An minus E, that is, first we will write the result, from that we will make it, which is equal to inner measure of A intersection E plus outer measure of An intersection E complement. Here we have taken An, so here we have to write An intersection E. Okay, we have proved one result. If A is belonging to curly A, then measure of A is nothing but the inner measure of A intersection E plus outer measure of A intersection E complement. As here we have given capital E be any set having inner measure is finite. Then for any natural number n, small n belonging to capital N, there exists one set capital An belonging to curly A having satisfying this property. And in previous note we have proved here, if any set E is measurable, if and only for each epsilon greater than 0, there exists one set capital E belonging to A delta with A is a subset of E such that outer measure of E minus A is less than epsilon. That is, it is finite whenever A is a subset of E. But if E is a subset of A, then it is nothing but outer measure of A minus E is less than epsilon. Okay, so here as outer measure of An minus E is finite, it means here E is subset of An. Okay, so as E is a subset of An with this property, that is measure of An equal to outer measure of An intersection E minus plus outer measure of An intersection E complement. Okay, so it is nothing but measure of An equal to outer measure of An intersection E, but E is a subset of An. Then what is outer measure of A intersection E? E जर सबसेट असेल An चा तर An इंटरसेक्शन E काय येतो? आवाज येते ना?
Yes, sir.
E माझा सबसेट असेल An चा तर An इंटरसेक्शन E काय येईल?
EN.
E येईल plus outer measure of An intersection E complement. But already we have outer measure of An intersection E complement will be finite. It means just subtract outer measure of An intersection E complement on both sides. Then we get measure of An minus of outer measure of An intersection E complement, and which is equal to inner measure of E. As this is equal to inner measure of E, so when we subtract minus of 1 by n on RHS, then it is greater equal by this inner measure of E, which implies measure of An minus outer measure of An intersection E complement, that is An minus E, is greater equal by inner measure of E minus of 1 by n. Okay, take this one as equation 1. Now let An minus E be any set, then for each epsilon greater than 0, there exists a set Gn which is belonging to curly A delta sigma with An minus E is a subset of Gn, and outer measure of this Gn is nothing but the outer measure of An minus E, which is from the result which is proved in real analysis 2. If capital A be any set, then there exists one set O such that A is a subset of O and outer measure of O is less equal by outer measure of A plus epsilon, and also there exists one set F which is belonging to A delta sigma such that A is a subset of F, then outer measure of F is nothing but the outer measure of E. So as here An minus E be any set, then for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists one set Gn which is belonging to A delta sigma with this An minus E is a subset of Gn, and outer measure of the Gn is nothing but the outer measure of An minus E. Okay, now as Gn is belonging to A delta sigma, but A delta sigma is nothing but the countable union of elements in A delta, and elements in A delta are nothing but the countable intersection of elements in curly A. Therefore, as Gn is belonging to A delta sigma, then it must be member of curly A. It means it is measurable, which implies Gn is a measurable set. As Gn is measurable, from previous note, on measurable set, our outer measure is nothing but the mu bar, since mu bar is the restriction of mu star to the mu star measurable set. As Gn is measurable, therefore its outer measure is nothing but a mu bar, which implies mu bar of Gn is equal to outer measure of An minus E. Since mu star equal to mu bar on mu star measurable set. Okay, so here we get mu bar of Gn is nothing but the outer measure of An minus E. Let us take this one as a equation number 2. Okay, now let us construct one set Hn as An minus Gn. Okay, so now as Hn equal to An minus Gn, it means it is nothing but An intersection Gn complement. Gn complement. But we know that An minus E is a subset of Gn, which implies Gn complement is subset of An minus E complement. So whenever we replace Gn complement by An minus E complement, then this inequality becomes, which implies Hn is subset of this An intersection. Gn complement is subset of An minus E complement. An minus E complement. So which is nothing but An intersection. An minus E is nothing but An intersection E complement and its complement. Therefore, which is nothing but An intersection. An complement union E complement of complement original set E. So Hn is a subset of An intersection An complement union E. So which is nothing but An intersection An complement union An intersection E. An intersection An complement empty set union An intersection E. So phi union A intersection E will be An intersection E, which implies Hn is a subset of An intersection. Therefore, Hn is subset of these two sets An intersection E. It means Hn contains all those elements which are common in both the sets An and E. So which implies Hn is a subset of An and Hn is also a subset of E. Okay, takes if there's something star. Now, as Hn is equal to An minus Gn, that is An intersection Gn complement. Okay, but Gn is an element which is belonging to A delta sigma. As Gn is belonging to A delta sigma, then Gn is measurable set. As Gn is complement is Gn, Hn is subset of Gn, which implies Hn is also belonging to A delta sigma, since Gn is a subset of A delta sigma and Hn is a subset of Gn. So which implies Hn is belonging to A delta sigma. Hn is belonging to curly A delta sigma, since Gn is a member of curly A delta sigma. As this will be subset of this one and this one belonging to A delta sigma, then Hn must be belonging to L delta sigma. As Hn is belonging to A delta sigma, then Hn is also measurable. Hn is also measurable, which implies mu bar of Hn. It means since as Hn is measurable, then mu star of Hn is nothing but mu bar of Hn, which is equal to mu bar of Hn is nothing but An minus Gn. An minus Gn. And in real 2, we have proved one result. If A and B are any two sets, then the outer measure of B minus A is nothing but the outer measure of B minus outer measure of A. Whenever mu star is a outer measure, as mu bar is a also outer measure, but it is restricted on the mu star measurable sets, then it is nothing but mu bar of An minus mu bar of Gn, which is nothing but mu bar of Hn. But from equation 1, mu bar of Gn is nothing but, sorry, by equation 2, mu bar of Gn is nothing but outer measure of An minus E. So, which implies mu bar of Hn is equal to mu bar of An minus, just replace mu bar of Gn by outer measure of An minus E. Okay, but each An is belonging to curly A. As each An is belonging to curly A, then on elements of curly A, outer measure is nothing but the measure, and this one is mu bar is nothing but outer measure mu star on elements of mu star measurable sets. So actually this is nothing but mu star of An, and on elements of curly A, mu bar is nothing but, sorry, mu star is nothing but mu. Therefore actually it is nothing but measure of An. This is from question 2, and which implies mu bar of Hn is equal to measure of An minus mu bar, sorry, outer measure of An minus E. Outer measure of An minus E, which is from, since if capital A is belonging to curly A, then outer measure is nothing but measure for any set. ओके, हा म्यू बार ऑफ एन चं म्यू ऑफ एन कसं झालं कळालं ना. आवाज येते ना.
येस सर.
हा म्यू बारचा म्यू कसं होतो, म्यू बार म्हणजेच काय आहे, आउटर मेजर म्यू स्टारचा आहे, फक्त तो त्याचा डोमेन चेंज झाला. करस्पॉन्डिंग जर सेट्स जर मेजरेबल असतील तर तो आउटर मेजर म्यू स्टारचा म्यू बार होतो. म्हणजेच हा म्यू स्टारच आहे, पण एन हा मेंबर कोणाचा आहे, कर्ली एचा, पण एलिमेंट्स ऑफ कर्ली ए वर आउटर मेजर आणि मेजर दोन्ही सेम कन्सेप्ट आहेत, म्हणून हा म्यू बारच्या ऐवजी म्यू. सो म्यू बार ऑफ एच एन इज नथिंग बट मेजर ऑफ एन मायनस आउटर मेजर ऑफ एन मायनस ई. बट फ्रॉम इक्वेशन 1, measure of an minus outer measure of an minus e is always greater equal by inner measure of e minus 1 by n. Just repeat that value. Now from equation 1, mu bar of hn as this one, mu of an minus outer measure of an minus e is greater equal by inner measure of e minus 1 by n, and it is equal to mu bar of hn, then it is greater equal by inner measure of e minus 1 by n. But n is arbitrary. Therefore, as n is tending towards the infinity, then 1 by n tending towards 0. So which implies mu bar of hn is greater equal by inner measure of e. Take this one as equation number 3. Okay, so as n is arbitrary, as n is tending towards the infinity, then 1 by infinity is tending towards the 0 value. Therefore, mu bar of hn is greater equal by inner measure of e. That is equation 3. But we have to prove that mu bar of hn is nothing but the inner measure of e. So we have to prove its reverse inequality. But by the construction of hn, here we get hn is a subset of e. Here somewhere is we get hn will be subset of e. This one. We have to just use that one. So, but hn is a subset of e, which implies inner measure. As we know that inner measure is monotonic. As hn is subset of e, then inner measure of hn is less equal by inner measure of e. But we have proved hn is measurable. As it is measurable, then we know that if e be measurable set, then inner measure of e is nothing but the outer measure of e, which implies this one is nothing but outer measure of hn, and which is less equal by inner measure of e. As hn is measurable on mu star measurable sets, outer measure is nothing but mu bar, which implies this one is nothing but mu bar of hn, and which is less equal by inner measure of e. So take this one as equation 4. In equation 3, mu bar of hn is greater equal by inner measure of e, and equation 4, mu bar of hn is less equal by inner measure of e. Therefore, from equation 3 and 4, mu bar of hn is nothing but inner measure of e. Now here mu bar of hn, where n is belonging to set of natural number. So mu bar of h1 equal to inner measure of e, mu bar of h2 equal to inner measure of e, which implies if we add these all inequalities, then we get summation n running from 1 to infinity. Mu bar of hn is nothing but inner measure of e, since n is belonging to set of natural number. But as mu bar is nothing but the measure, it means it holds the condition to a measure, which is nothing but mu bar of union over n running from 1 to infinity hn, and which is equal to inner measure of e. Let us denote union over n running from 1 to infinity hn as h. Okay, so we get mu bar of this capital H is nothing but inner measure of, and that is we have to prove. As H is nothing but the countable union of elements in A delta, then H is belonging to A delta sigma, and that is we have to prove, and hence the required result. Okay, कुणाला काही डाऊट यामध्ये? एक एलिमेंट हेच दाखवायचं होतं ना, एक म्यू बार हा घ्यायचा होता एलिमेंट जो की ए डेल्टा सिग्मा मधला असेल. ए डेल्टा सिग्मा मध्ये म्हणजे हा काउंटेबल युनियन ऑफ एलिमेंट्स इन ए डेल्टा असला पाहिजे. त्यासाठी आपण डिफाइन केला एच एन, जो की बिलॉंग करतो ए डेल्टाला. आणखी त्याचा काउंटेबल युनियन जर घेतला तर तो डिनोट केला आपण कॅपिटल एच ला, आणि तो काउंटेबल युनियन कुठे जाईल, मग ए डेल्टा सिग्मा मध्ये जाईल. आणखी त्यासाठी मला काय मिळालं, म्यू बार एच म्हणजेच माझा इनर मेजर ऑफ, अँड हेज द रिक्वायर्ड रिझल्ट. ओके.